Good morning, everyone, and happy Sunday, fun day yet again. And I was craving hot cocoa. And always, if I don't have all my supplies with me, chocolate milk is a great um, quick fix. So you don't have to mix none of that stuff. I especially like it like if it's in a carton, I'll throw it in the freezer and then I eat it like ice cream. But so I went up to the front desk and his name was Joshua that was working. What a love bug. I thought he was listening to a Christian station, but or a devotion or something, and he was like, "No," but it sounded like that what I was hearing. And what a nice gentleman. Um, so I got my chocolate milk and asked him for a fork for our leftovers from Cracker Barrel last night with another tithe that we had gotten from December. We were told to go out for a nice dinner and get Hannah a toy. So the dinner we had last night, and we also they apparently Cracker Barrel has like three different meals. If you go and have a meal, you can get a pre-boxed meal for $5. So I was like, we'll take one of those too, because $5 meal can feed us both. So we have an abundance of food because we have leftovers from Cracker Barrel. Because I love their meatloaf, and she loves their chicken and dumplings and their meatloaf and their hash brown casserole. And last night we mixed it up and put some macaroni and cheese in it. So she was a happy girl. Comfort food for us when we're traveling is we need. It's just warm for the heart and soul and belly. Plus it helps us sleep so much better. So um and then they're up, here it's is it six, I think it's six here. I don't know. Anyway, they're up getting everything ready for breakfast. And last night when we arrived, they had water that had um, limes and cucumbers and oranges in it, I believe, is what was the combination. Oh my gosh, was that a tasty treat? I'm telling you, it was like a home run for me. So this morning they have like their little coffee bar set up. And I was like, Lord, I'm going to ask Hannah what we're supposed to do because we've got a long journey ahead of us. And we covered a lot of tracks since we left Elkhart, Indiana on Friday. So the beauty of keeping the Sabbath sacred is we were in our Jeep. So we didn't disobey him because we were in our home just travels. It can be wherever it wants. And didn't eat warm food until sundown. So we just kind of ate cheese and crackers and some tortilla chips um, yesterday. She had some dog treats, and she really wasn't interested in dog food at all. So it's amazing how that works. So this morning, when she wanted to go out, because I was like, "You be quiet in the room." Normally she cries. She didn't. It was the first time she didn't cry when I walked out of the room. I thought, well, that's just odd. So I took her outdoors, and as she was doing her duty, I saw a little bit of trash, that debris that had been in their yard, so I picked it up. I do that everywhere I go. Doesn't matter where I'm at. I'm not I'm not above picking up trash somewhere. Are you? So as she's doing her business, I'm picking up little pieces of trash or locating the trash. And it was kind of like all in the same area where we're standing. It was kind of crazy that way. And I was like, I was asking her, I said, Hannah, do you want to stay another night? Do you think we should stay another night? When you get a room right, that's equivalent to pretty close to the microtel that you just left, where there was no amenities, and they weren't real they weren't very friendly at first. But upon our departure, the gatekeeper kind of made a joke about she's better with animals than she is with people. So I gifted her a Bible. Told her she reminded me of my grandmother, which she did. And just kind of broke my heart that she had this beautiful cross necklace around her neck, but she didn't have a softened heart. That town of Elkhart's gotten to her, just like everybody else there that hasn't come out of the darkness into the light. So after she did her business and she was just meandering around, I said, Mama's cold. I said, I need to have a talk with you. Anybody that knows me and Hannah, we communicate. And everybody knows when she gives me a kiss, that's a yes answer. If it's no, she'll turn her head. So I said, Hannah, do you want to stay in this hotel another night? She looked at me and she gave me a kiss. I said, okay, we're going to stay another night. She was all excited. So walked back in, saw Joshua again. Said, we're going to stay another night. We need some more rest. We've got a long journey ahead of us. And I said, it's like a little apartment. And I said, everybody here has been so loving and pleasant. I can't imagine leaving this quickly after almost going through 5 states in 2 days. That's a lot. That's a lot of driving for one person, especially one that has congestive heart failure, head pain, chest pain. But what's amazing is, as I was driving, it didn't even affect me. I was just at peace with life. And she was so at peace in the back. So it got my wheels turning. I need to do some adjustments for the Jeep. And I need to take some seats out. Starting with the one passenger side. And I need to build her a little platform that has stairs to get up to it. So it's more conducive for her. And I'm going to tell you, she needs to be the queen bee beside me. There, and I'm hopeful that I can find somebody that can unbolt it and help me with that. So, and then I'm going to work on getting the other 2 seats in the back taken out. Because I thought maybe if I take those 3 seats, I can exchange them at a junkyard for a seat that I sit in that's a little more comfortable and turns around at night. So when we do sleep in the Jeep, we've got a little more space. I've already gotten rid of a bunch of excess, and I keep passing along excess as I go from place to place. So I thought, you know what? Let's put my brain to use since we're on this long distance road trip. Let's make it more comfortable. Well, she was comfortable with her little nest in the back, but she wasn't participating. And she loves to look out the windows, and she did that with her head propped up on a pillow. So I'm like, we need to get this taken care of, because I'm like, well, if we do a platform up, we can make like a trap door and have it for storage, because I was actually using the front seat as a kitchen. So I'm like, well, that still work for storage, because it just pick up the cushion, open up the trap door, have her some steps, we're good to go. So plus I need to have some things done with the Jeep before I go longer, because I heard that it's got some oil and something else, transmission or something leaking. So I haven't seen it leaking, but where it had been sitting since December, it's something that needs to be looked at before I take a long journey. So I thought, you know what? I've got stuff everywhere. We can do our little bit of running around, the little supplies that we do need, and stay put in this fabulous hotel at the bargain price of Microtel back in Elkhart, Indiana. I love full surrender to him. And I love those that have helped us with this journey with their tithes, because we are making a difference. We're doing what we can to bring hardened hearts closer to God. I mean, God is love. And Jesus loves you, and so do Hannah and I. And I didn't realize it was going to be this winded, but I'm going to come back with where I opened up. Where I thought I left off February 21st, but apparently that's not where I need to be. I need to come back with heart problem. So stay tuned. I've got more coming up. Love to all bunches and bunches. Bye now.